Good evening. Today is the 1st of August 2024, and it is uh, Thursday, and it is just almost 9:30 in the evening. I am here in France, and this is the fourth week for me here in France while I am driving, taking my way to uh, Ireland, to Cherbourg to get the ferry to Ireland. And every place since I decided and since I said that I would stay here in France and chose a place called Bayeux and another town or a small village by the sea, or I mean the ocean, called Anel. The bastards straight away started their work, and they have been dosing me with drugs even till today. And the day before yesterday, I managed to escape the dosing they dosed me, and I was so horny. And on the same day, once they discovered I was so horny, and I went and I talked to so many, lovely girls I met, and all of this, straight away they dosed me. And today, for example, I was knocked out completely, and I had to sleep for about 3-4 hours, and I was like dying basically. And my testicles, there was like mild pain in them, and yeah, and since then I cannot feel anything like the day before yesterday. So I look at lovely girls, and I don't have anything inside me. I mean, like, they killed my libido completely. They are targeting my testicles, my testosterone in my blood. So my testicles, they give me drugs that are stopping my testicles from producing testosterone or even producing semens. And the reason I know this, because every time I jerk off, when they dose me, and after they dose me, after I get the, like, eat food, and then I have mild pain in my testicles, and I jerk off the same day, and literally my semen's level is completely like almost zero. And on the times, for example, when, like, the day before yesterday, when I was so horny, and I escaped their dosing, and I was drinking, the water I had, and I kept there, and I closed the door, and put like security on it so they cannot even go there without me knowing. Uh, I was so good, and everything was so good. By the way, they have keys to the van. They have keys to the van, and even the locks I have, they have keys for. Hence, I put like a wire around the lock, and around where I lock the van, especially the door, the sliding door where I have the bed and where I sleep, because and I take photos. So if anyone changes it, at least I would know. But of course, they still can literally change it, and I cannot do anything. I mean, what would I do? All what I would do is just to literally get rid of the food and the drinks I had or I put there. So anyway, and not only this, they have turned Grand Cam Maisie, where I am at the moment, they have turned it into a theater where they have like a show of girls moving around. So they drug me to kill my libido completely. And they have cameras here in the van, and they can see and so on. And not only this, they have been using thermal images and thermal videoing to see if I'm aroused or not. So if I'm aroused, or the blood goes to my penis and my testicles and rush there, and the thermal image, they can tell if someone is aroused or not, and so on. They have been using this even when I was in the UK for years. The reason I'm saying so, because these bastards are using me in like a show. Basically, for them, this is a show. I am the fox that they have let run in the wild, and they are the lords with the guns and their dogs at me everywhere I go, trying to, you know, literally hunt me. And they have been doing this for ages, and for them, this is just a game they are playing. And I am the one who's paying the price from my health, from my life, because my life is passing me by. And I have been moving from a country to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. And I don't know when is this going to end. Here in France, even leafleting here in France and so on, my abusers still winning because they have the authority and they can let people believe them or force people to believe them. And above all of this, they have all the sources and the means and so on. Like, for example, there is at a small village called Anel here on the Atlantic Ocean in France, not far from here, about 35, 40 kilometers. And once I said I'm gonna stay there, and I parked my car and I slept there a few days. Straight away, at the very first day, when I felt okay, and again, I felt horny and I was aroused, and I went and I talked to few girls and so on. Straight away, the same people I talked to were used against me, even from some of the shops there. So they won't even to force me or to stop me from going even to the shop there and so on. It's complicated, but for me, it's a little bit of I don't know, torture. Because I cannot get on with my life, and at the same time, I am here in France. France, by the way, is a very beautiful country, and I love the culture, I love the language, and I would stay here forever and build my dreams. And because they don't want me to do so, and they want to keep me going on and on, because they literally make money from this, and they give people work for them holidays. I do not doubt even 1% that some of the girls around here, their families work for them and work for the government, and they are just coming here on a paid holiday by them in order to testing me, or this and that. It's complicated, and I know lots of people who would watch this, they would think, fucking hell, it's either this guy's paranoid or whatever. And I promise you, when you get to know the details on what they do and how they had to do it and all of this, you will understand that what I'm saying is not exaggeration. And these bastards have been doing this for years, and they are benefiting from me in many ways. And not only this, they are keeping me poor, homeless, no job, no money, moving around. And at the same time, they are investing money, and they have been investing money for me, like saying, they're trying to make it up to me, blah blah blah, and they are investing money. And they are not allowing me even to settle down in any place. And for me, proving this is so difficult, and people who would listen to this might think this guy's paranoid or this and that. And I promise you, I could understand, and I would give you the excuse in terms of being judgmental or jumping to conclusion. But for me, all what I can do is just to protest and let people know the situation, and let people know who they are and so on. And I'm determined to expose these bastards. I am determined to expose these bastards big time. And just to let you know, I've just had some food again this evening, because I had my lunch about 3 o'clock or something like that, 4 o'clock. And I've just had something to eat, eggs and mushroom and so on. And I promise you, after I ate, my eyesight come banana again and so on. If I don't eat or drink, my health is better. And if I eat or drink anything suddenly without, like if I go to somewhere that they haven't calculated it or haven't thought about that I would go there or buy food from there, and I buy my food there and eat, I'm normal. No problem at all. Just when I go and buy from any regular place, I go and buy food from and so on. These bastards are the worst bastards ever. And for me, the only solution and the only thing that I know these bastards must receive is to either go to prison for life or to die. There is no third option for these bastards. They must go to prison or die. And that includes everyone, even the cousins that I know work for the same organization, neighbors, and all of this from the country where I was born. It is complicated and it's unbelievable, and I am left alone. I'm left, helpless. I am helpless and hopeless and alone, and no one to support me, and they are doing to me whatever they want. They open my car and put, dose me via everything. Even the water that I don't even drink. I just washed my face and my arms with. Straight away after I washed my arms and face with, straight away I can feel it straight away. And straight away I got my eye blurred completely to a way you would never believe it. And I felt so bad, and I so felt, ill, and my testicles were aching so bad. Although I didn't even have a shower, just cleaning my arms and my face, and my testicles started to ache and so on. And again, and when I tried to jerk off again, you know, the same problem. And so uh, I will never surrender to these bastards. These bastards are either trying to make it look like that this guy has a problem in, and he's ill, or he has a problem or whatever, and all of these, lies. And at the same time, they are preventing me of getting on with my life and having, a family, or starting a family again. And at the same time, they are doing whatever they want, and they are keeping their show running. And as I said, they are benefiting from lots and lots of things. Just for example, as I said, you know, I have no doubts lots of the families here who arrived here, they are paid money to come here, blah, blah, blah. And it's all for the name of investigation or finding out this and that. And I know for sure some of these families work for these bastards, and for me, I know it for sure, and I cannot do anything about it, and I cannot even confront them or whatever. They are fucking bastards who are paid money just to come here to show the asses of their daughters and so on, and all what they are doing is just a fucking show. That's all what they are doing. And at the same time, yeah, they have underages as well. They have the tall, they have the short, they have... The fucking bastards are just doing stuff you would never believe it. All of this will be written down. And all the involvement of the German government and the French government as well, and how strong they are in Italy, and what they have done in the world for, long, long time. I am determined to expose these bastards, and I'm not gonna give up, because these bastards are not gonna give it, let me live on or get on with my life. I'm so sorry, I cannot even speak. After I had the food, I can't speak. I'm drugged. 100%. I am drugged. I'm drugged, and they dosed me with a very heavy dose yesterday after I was horny for a couple of days, and I wasn't buying much, and I was drinking the water and eating just bread, so I didn't get much drugs. And for 2 days I did this, and I was so back to myself and horny, and I felt myself, and my testicles felt normal again, and my ejaculation, everything was fine. And eating again, look what happened. I am absolutely, I cannot even speak. I'm ill. I didn't do anything today. They have been dosing me yesterday and today so big time, and heavy, concentrated doses, the way that, it hit me so hard. It hit me so hard yesterday and today, and I cannot even speak. It's unbelievable. And I'm left alone. No one can protect me or look after me. No one can eat what I eat to prove what is happening. No one can look after everything that I have, or my food or drinks, and these bastards can open the door and do whatever they want. I mean, I only put the wire on the other one, and here, the water, they got in and they put things in the water, and even, anything I left here. It's unbelievable. And I'm here in France trying to restart my life, trying to get on with my life. And these bastards are just trying to force me to go to Ireland. And I am so skeptical in terms of going to Ireland, because Ireland is a very religious country. And if I go there, I wouldn't stop speaking about the facts I know, including the involvement of the politicians of the country where I was born. Because some people, or lots of people, don't know the reality behind the disturbance and the civil war that Ireland experienced and had between Protestants and the Catholic and the Protestants in Ireland. And not only this, they are holding the United Kingdom, and I mean England, to be specific, responsible for this, and they say that England stirred the trouble there, and blah blah blah, and this is completely bullshit. And before you jump to conclusion, I would like to stress on the fact that I would never go back to the UK, I mean England and so on, because of what was done to me there by the country where I was born, and because of the fact that the British government allowed the country where I was born and their politicians to do whatever they want to me. And not only this, they even participated. So they are not exempted from the punishment and basically the responsibility. And I would never go back to the UK. But what I know about what the country where I was born and their politicians have done in the world is a lot, including stirring the trouble in Ireland. The United Kingdom, England, has got nothing to do with stirring the trouble in Ireland. It is the country where I was born. And when you get to know how and when and where and what authorities they have and how they are using it and so on and what power they have, you will never believe. I mean, it's going to be a surprise. You're going to be shocked. Not only this, even the war in Vietnam, and people hold France responsible for this. And I have been for a while in the past believing that it is France that's responsible for getting the United States involved in a war against Vietnam and drowning in the swamps in Vietnam. But actually it is the country where I was born, because they have strong people who work for them, for in countries like France, Germany, Italy, and so on. They have invented, or they have made, the Italian mafia to cover up for their existence, so they can kill people and do whatever they want, without getting any responsibility. Many other things they have done as well, pandemics and viruses. I promise you, you will never believe. And I wouldn't blame you if you have any doubts, and you say this guy might be paranoid or whatever. But I promise you, I'm not going to stop giving all the details I have about everything I know that the country where I was born did and got involved in, and how they get other people or other government involved in tragedies and scandals and other stuff you would never believe. And from outside, they are innocent. They haven't done anything, and so on. And you will say, in my videos, you will see and hear, and the papers I'm going to be distributing and so on. The country where I was born is so powerful, more powerful than you could ever imagine. The politicians there are so powerful, and the reason they are powerful, you would never believe it. If I tell you now the reason why they are so powerful, you will never believe it. It's unbelievable. It's trust me, you have to be open-minded, and you have to, think properly about, the possibilities that might be out there that you might not know of or even, expect, in order to be capable of even just receive the information and, accept it, rather than, being judgmental and think something wrong about me and so on. Again, I don't know what else to do apart from leafleting and giving the truth that I know to everyone, and trying to ask people for help and to support me. And another thing that is literally making it very easy for my abusers to do everything they want to do with me is that I have no one to look after me, in terms of, someone to care about me and care about what is happening in my life and watch and, and so on. I have no friends. I have no family. I have nothing. I have nothing, and I don't have money, and I have no place to live, and I'm sleeping in my van. This is all what they have done to me to make me an easy target for them to do whatever they want. They are dosing me every day, no problem for them, very easy. I go and buy my food in the shop, or they open the van if I put stuff here, and they dose it, or I mean they put chemicals in it and the drugs in it, and so on. And for me, I would never think about going back to either the United Kingdom, where my daughters live with their mom, because I have a British passport only, and this is, hopefully this is the case, because these fucking bastards from the country where I was born, they could have restored the nationality without my consent and doing to me whatever they want using their, because they gave me the nationality back. And that's why when I settle, whether here in France or in Ireland, I will have to go to their fucking embassy and ask them to I'm going to apply formally to give me an answer about what is the stance in terms of the nationality that I gave up in 2017. So they confirm that it still stands and I'm not one of the nationals. These bastards are my enemies till the last second of my life. And everyone helps them is my enemy as well. I went to the UK to start a new life, and I didn't have any enemies in the UK, and I went there to start a new life, thinking about, having my freedom and being protected there and respected and starting a new life and so on. But no, these bastards have enough authorities everywhere, even in the UK. And when you get to know what authority they have, a country that you would never imagine that they would have this authority and this power worldwide and even over leading European countries in the world like France, Germany, Netherlands, and Italy, and all of these countries. They have unbelievable power. And they planned for the Arab victimizations or victimizing the Arabs and the Muslims via their well-planned war against Iraq and war against Syria. And yes, you heard me right, the war against Iraq and against Syria, yes, it's led and the strikes and all of this by the United States and European countries and so on. But the ones who planned and got all of these countries involved are politicians from the country where I was born, and I'm going to give all the information about everything I know. And that's what they did. They got European countries and the United States and other countries, Canada, blah, 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 involved in the swamp of, against the human rights and blah, 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 and killing and so on. And that was victimization that they led. The victimization of the Arabs and Muslims. And after the war in Iraq and Syria, they have invaded Europe and other countries. And the Arab lobby in countries like the United States and in Europe here has grown, to a stage you would never believe it. And before you jump to conclusion, yes, I was born in the country where I was born. Yes, I was born in an Arab Muslim country where I was born. But I don't believe in God, and I don't like to be anywhere near Arabs or Muslims or Middle Easterns, and I don't want to be anywhere near them after knowing the truth about this culture or their cultures and what they do and what they have done and all of this. And of course, because, I'm against Islam completely and utterly in terms of everything they do to people and what comes in their Quran and what they believe in and so on. And this is another episode and another story that I will be writing down in details, because I used to recite the Holy Book when I was young almost every day, and from one end to another, and I read it perfectly, and I understood every word that's there. And I promise you, it's evil. It's the most evil, presumed holy book ever in the world. I'm saying presumed because I don't believe in God, and if I don't believe in God, there are no religions. It's all satanic. All religions are satanic, specifically or especially the three religions: the Islam, the Christianity, and Judaism. These three religions are satanic. And when you get to know what I know, which of course everyone can put doubts around what I'm saying, or point their finger and say, oh, this guy's paranoid and so whatever, but I'm gonna point my finger back at you, because if you're a religious person and you believe in God and you believe that after you die and you decompose and become dust and bones, that there is a power that will put you together, you're fucking crazy. I'm not paranoid, you are paranoid, you're crazy, you're deluded. If you believe in God and believe in all of this bullshit and angels and demons and that God live in the sky, or you're crazy. You are crazy. However, people are not allowed to put people who believe in God and religions in prison or in a mental health hospital, or point their fingers and say they are crazy, because religions are, ruling the world in terms of, it's popular, lots of people there, and it's normal. They would, people who would point their fingers at religious people or religions and say they are crazy, they will be facing, I don't know, like lots of people trying to get at them and so on, especially Islam. Fucking hell. Islam, they would fucking kill you. And for me, I'm saying so, and I don't care, because I'm saying the truth. Yes, I know the fucking cunts, can, give orders to me to be killed or whatever, but I don't care. Their politicians are fucking cunts, specifically from the country where I was born, and they turned my life into hell, and they destroyed my life completely in the UK. I left the country to another, in the UK and in Germany, and now in France is the same. They are not giving me any time or any opportunity to start. And if I sit in any town and say, I like this town, I'm going to settle there, the fucking cunts do everything to move me to another town and so on. And they are using me all the time. All the time they are using me. And as I try to explain, they are pitching or making scenarios everywhere they want. One thing that I would like to stress on and say in this video for anyone who is interested in watching my videos and understand my mentality rather than jumping to conclusion and listen to the bullshit that the fucking cunts say about me or whatever. First of all, or first thing first, about my personal life and what I would like to achieve and what are my dreams in life, so you have an idea about, the situation. All my dreams in life, this is all what I'm dreaming about, what I'm going to say now. All what I'm dreaming in life about and my dreams to achieve in life is to buy land and house. And on the land, I would start farming business. And in the house, I would start a very big family, because I love to have lots of babies. If it's up to me, I would father a baby every fucking single month. I know it might be difficult and some people might think this is not achievable and so on. However, this is what I love in life. I want to start my farming business and start a big family and have lots of babies and lots of kids around me, my own kids. I wouldn't ever like to father any other people's kids and so on. I love kids in general. I'm so kind with kids everywhere I go, but I would never ever father or adopt anyone whatsoever. I only give my attention and my effort and to raise up only my kids as my kids, And when I say only my kids, I mean only the kids that I fathered willingly. So, and I'm saying so because there is a big chance that these bastards deliberately stole my sperms somehow, did this, did that, and got women pregnant in one way or another, and trying to have my kids here and there. And this is another thing that I'm thinking about. Maybe they are targeting my testicles constantly at the present time, that they are trying to make me infertile or stop me from having kids whatsoever, because they, literally made other kids using my sperms, and boys and girls and blah blah blah. So any money that would be going to me, or money that I would owe, or compensations or whatever, they would use whatever or do whatever they want with. This is another thing that, again, if you think that I'm paranoid about it, I'm not gonna confiscate your right or confront you for what you think about me, but I'm saying things that I believe in and I know happening as I'm talking now, and so on. So anyway, my dreams in life are to buy land. And when I say buy land, I mean big land. I love land so much that I want to buy big land. I mean, I don't know. When I have money, I will have to see how much money I have and how much money would allow me to actually, what space and what size of land I would be capable of buying, and so on. But I am willing to buy big land. And big land, not just for harvesting, I mean, like, not like just for planting crops like wheat, barley, and fruit and veg and all of this, but also land for raising animals like sheep, like goats, like, pigs, other animals, and beef, and birds, chickens, ducks, geese. Farming on its best, at its best, basically. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to start farming business that is at its best, and it's every kind of birds and animals, yeah, that you would think of, on the same ground, like, but not mixed, but on the same ground, in the same land, where I can, supervise it, and make my business the best. And not only this, I'm willing to make prices of food everywhere in the world, if I can, cheap. Not by losing money, or putting my money, just losing my money. If I have money, I will invest it the right way, that I would still make money and make profits, but the prices would be down. I would cut the middleman completely in every business I have, and sell directly to the customers with the prices that I know for sure that I'm still doing or making profits, but it's cheap, much cheaper. Why should I allow other fucking cunts, middlemen, or these fucking bastards who take the goods and the crops and the products, and just take it from one place to another, and produce, display it and sell it for much more? They are just making money from the customer, because whatever the farmer like myself make or sell the prices to the wholesaler, as they say, it's not the same. It's down. I mean, it's so cheap, and then they sell it to the customer so expensive, which I am willing to do. That to cut the middleman and sell directly to the customers and the people at prices that they wouldn't dream of, and I would still make money, and I would still make profit. The only real difference is I'm not gonna be making or giving a chance to the middleman to make money from the people. It's as simple as this. I would be protecting people from the middleman who's making money from them. And not only this, controlling the farmers. It's unbelievable. But anyway, this is my dream in terms of farming, with big land, and a big house where I can have a big family. And when I say a big family, before anyone jumps to conclusion, I am over 40 years old, and I'm looking for a girlfriend who's not over or older than 25. And I mean it. I would never, ever accept to date any girl who's over 25. And before you jump to conclusion, I'm not the most handsome man in the world. And at the present time, I'm homeless, and I've been homeless for a while. I sleep in my van. I have no money. I have no place. I have no friend, no family, nothing. However, I know what I want in life, and all what I'm looking for in terms of personally, I'm looking for a girlfriend who is younger than 25, and specific criteria in terms of many things regarding the girlfriend. For example, younger than 25, has no kids whatsoever, single, of course. She's looking for a boyfriend. And when I say she is looking for a boyfriend, I mean she is looking for a man to start a family with. Of course, after dating and everything is okay, and every party believes or knows that the other is the right person for them. Starting a family and so on. And above all of this, I don't want a manipulated person. Any girl who listens to anyone telling her to do anything in front of me, or this and that, or anything to participate in, this is manipulation. And I hate manipulation to a level you would never believe it. And the reason for this, I know the fucking cunts and bastards from the country where I was born, and politicians and the authorities, they are masters at manipulation. And this is one thing that helps them to do whatever they want to anyone they target. manipulating other people to take part, in their, scenarios and all of what they plan for and so on. That's the reason I hate manipulation, and I would never be interested in a girl who's manipulated. And if I see or meet a girl who's everything I'm looking for in terms of her age and what she wants and body and all age and everything, and I feel that she's manipulated, or I discover she's manipulated, I lose interest completely, 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 because I don't have time to let people who are not genuine into my life, or to give a chance to people who are manipulated or manipulative to get into my life, or to be part of my life. This is not something that I would allow, and I wouldn't want anyway. It's as simple as this. As simple as this. As for the people who, Arabs and Muslims and Middle Easterns and so on, I would want to be as far away as possible from any Arabs, any Muslims, any Middle Easterns, any religious people as well. For me, life is too short to keep or to be surrounded or to know any one of this kind of people. And so I can hear someone saying this is generalizing and people are not alike. Yes, people are not alike, and in every place you find the good and the bad. But why should I fucking take the chance? Why should I take the chance? I know what I want in life, and I don't want any Arabs or Muslims anywhere near me whatsoever. And enjoying my hobbies. So basically the farming business, starting the farming business, and the family, and of course, enjoying my hobbies. And in terms of hobbies, I have lots and lots of hobbies. Everything to do with the air, like flying, planes, hang gliding, skydiving, you name it. And everything to do with the water, fishing, free diving, spear fishing, boating, swimming, you name it. And everything to do with green, I mean hunting. I love, of course, as business, the farming and hunting animals like deers and wild boars and so on, and other animals and birds. And this is what I want in life. I want to start the farming business and a big family and enjoy my hobbies. And of course, to be free. None of these fucking cunts and bastards in the country where I was born to have anything to do with my life. And I'm saying so because governments, they have many ways of trying to convince other governments or other people to give them the audacity to do whatever they want with individuals. And I know that whether it's true or not, that in the government of the country where I was born, the politicians there and so on, there are some relatives, which I think there are, who are like cousins, who are involved in my life, and they are politicians. I just want you to know that these fucking cunts, any relative, after all what I experienced and so on, I want you to know that I want them to die or to go to prison. As simple as that. If you are a relative of mine and you're a politician and you participated in anything that was done to me, you fucking cunt, you must die or go to prison. Even if my father was still alive and it happened that he did anything to me or participated in anything that was done to me, I would still want him to go to prison, you fucking bastards. This is for sure. Imagine anyone from other governments or other countries that got involved in what was done to me. 100% these bastards must go to prison and be punished. 100%. I would never even, have a flinch in terms of, asking that happens to them. These bastards must go to prison. So anyway, this is my personal life. This is what I'm looking for, and this is what I'm alive for. I'm still alive, and I'm doing my best. After all what they have done to me, I've never thought about, suicide or harming myself and so on. And the reason I've never thought about anything like that, because I believe I have a life I can enjoy, and I believe that I only have one life to live. And I have the right to enjoy my life without any interference of any fucking cunt out there, anyone out there. I have the right to decide what happens in my life. And if I own anything, money or possessions or whatever, I should have the right to do whatever I want with it. No, not to be given indirectly the chance to say what I want to do to something that I believe is not mine, while it's actually mine, and people do whatever they want to it. Because this is thing that they have done many times, allowing me to own but never have. And it's unbelievable. But the details, you would, when I give the details, you would know what I'm talking about, and so on. And what they have done to me is unbelievable, whether in the UK and Germany and so on. So yeah, this is my personal life. This is what I would like to achieve, as simple as that. And